Hi folks, welcome back to the channel. Thank you very much for joining me. You are always most welcome. Well, today some interesting new items that have come through from our friends in the Ukraine at ICM, and we've got some really some more of these off the wall items which are very welcome, I've got to say. And it's we've seen lots of helicopters. I've done several helicopter reviews from them. We have there the big the MH154, sorry 54 I should say, the Tahe, the Sky Crane helicopter, the Sikorsky, and of course we've had, I don't know how many now of the Cobra. I think I must have reviewed 4 of them, different scales. Now this is one for 35th figures we're going to talk about here, and they go perfectly with your Cobras, or they go perfectly with your any of these Vietnam War helicopters, Hueys and things. So, but as a bonus, we've also got the paint set. So I'm going to start with that and just have a quick look at the paint set like I have done recently. Excuse me. So we have here the US Helicopter Pilots paint set. Acrylic paints, of course. And then we've got, yeah, you can actually see the guys. I actually reviewed this very set that they're suggesting, the Vietnam War US Helicopter Pilots. I did a review on these guys recently, which go, again, with your Hueys and your Cobras. And we have got in the set, I won't get them out because just for the sake of time, but we'll have a look at them here. We've got Middle Stone, and then we've got British Khaki, interesting choice, and then we've got Black, we've got US Dark Green, and we've got 4BO Green. I'm not sure, some of you may be more familiar with this than me. 4BO, I'm not sure I like the sound of that, but anyway, 4 lots of BO we don't really want, and then there's a matte varnish at the end to varnish over them. But it's nice that you get these little sets, and it just means that that's it, that's everything you need. You know, you've got your helicopter crew, and you can just, you know, carry on forward and get spraying them. So that's really rather a nice set. Tells you how to dilute them, all the instructions on the side. They do these really nicely actually. I'm in the process of about to start trying a few of them. But in the meantime, we have got our ground personnel. So it's not pilots this time, but ground personnel for the helicopters, and it will, I say, it applies to any of the helicopter sets in 135th. And we have on the side here, it's kit number 53. I don't know why is that right? 53, not 35. It usually starts with 35. Okay, 53102. And on the side, I'll zoom you in. You can see the 4 figures that we've got here. And this kit's retailing at only about £12, so it's very good value for money. So these guys are costing, what's that, about £3 a man? That's incredible. So £3 for a figure, it's not bad, is it? So, without further ado, I'll get my trusty knife out and we will have a look at these guys, see what we've got. See what you think. As ever, beautifully sealed. So I'm just hoping I can get in the box. Oh, they do this thing right on the opening face. It has 2 seals of tape, and it's a proper strong tape as well. There's no danger of this coming off. It's very high tack, and it's very, very thick and heavy duty. Exactly what you need for international postage. As I said before, I think our friends at ICM are one of the best for packaging their kits. Do it so well. They arrive perfect every time. And then it gets to my postman, he drops them on the floor. I had him again last week. My favourite guy. This is actually not the Royal Mail, it's Parcel Force. Anyway, we have a box with only 1 sprue in it. Okay, so this won't take long, this review, will it? The paint guide, which we know about, we've talked about paints. This is going to be very short, isn't it? So, let's have a look. So, Vietnam ground personnel for helicopters. There's your sprue. Talks about the paint set 3023, which I've just discussed and shown you. And then on the other side, one slight criticism I've had before, and I'm going to just repeat it. It just shows the man already made up, and I think it would be nicer if they did it Tamiya fashion and showed him being constructed, but it's not hard to follow, of course. There are not too many parts to worry about. It shows them in their poses, And yeah, these guys are clearly, we've got a guy here who looks like he's got a wrench or a spanner in his hand here. This guy's looking up probably at a control unit or something. A chap here working with his hands, and there's one here looks like he's kneeling down, looks like he's inspecting underneath the chopper. So, not much to see there. Let's have a look at the plastic. And based on our other recent experiences with these figures from ICM, they've been knockout, I've got to say, really excellent. So I'm expecting nice things. I'm expecting some lovely details. No flash, fingers crossed. I hate flash. It's my pet hate in modelling, really. Okay, so yeah, pretty much what we're hoping for. Here we go. Zoom you right in for this. I'll also need to move the box out of the way because it's blocking my light. Just across there. That's better. There we go. Now then, look at that. So we've got the guy, one hand outstretched. I think that's some lovely detail on these hands. Look at that, the figuring of the hand. That's nice, isn't it? I'm actually too close to the camera zoom. There we go. Isn't that good? Yeah, we like that. And on the other side, see the thumb and the. You can even see the sort of. He's got a wristwatch on as well. I just realised. Can you see that? Oh, sorry, I'm looking at a different one. I beg your pardon. I'm getting a bit ahead of myself. That's what's happening there. Right, so this one I'm looking at, and I noticed you can sort of see his elbow as well. The detail of the elbow. Can you see that? Isn't that good? Beautiful. And then we've got the one beneath it, of course, he's holding a wrench of some description. It's not the spanner I thought it was, perhaps it's a socket wrench. And then we've got some hats. And we've got the faces, and the camera instantly locks onto the face and puts a square around it because you can see that that's a human face. Which I always like when that happens. That's nice, isn't it? His head. Okay, and then we've got the torso, and then coming over to the other hands, which I was looking at by mistake, but this is where we've got the wristwatch. I don't know if you can make it out. Get it in close enough to focus. We have got, it's quite hard to see at this angle actually, but he's got a wristwatch on. Can you see that? That's really cool. This one's pointing. And we've got another one of the faces, and they've got quite strong expression in the faces. There we go. Isn't that nice? Yeah, like that. That's a really nice figure. Even things like the detail of the ears. Can you see that? Yeah, I think better if I don't have the hand in the way. Ear detail, it's very, very strong. Beautiful. And then we've got the another one of the caps over here. It's got sort of rumpled, ruched cap. And then we've got the legs, and you can see they've got these combat trousers, obviously, and they've got these very impressively moulded pockets in them, with a pocket in the leg of the trousers halfway down, complete with flaps. Those are nice, and the boots also. You see the lacing on the boots? They're brilliant, aren't they? These are excellent. These are Tamiya good, you know, if not better, actually. They're not as soft as Tamiya, are they? Again, the other side of the leg. Again, you can see the lacing at the top of the boots, the pockets. You've got the bent knee, trousers with a bent knee. So you've got everything's at a different angle. And again, see the lacing. Fantastic. And then over on the opposite side, we have got another torso. The torsos are sort of fairly plain because they're just wearing basic t-shirts really. And then we've got some more excellent leg detail with the rumpling of the trousers. and the pockets and the boots again. Boots are very well done. Here is kneeling. Great detail again on the boots. The sort of toe is sort of slightly crimped by the weight of the guy putting his weight on it. And then we've got here a hand. Look at that. Isn't that nice, the hand? And then we've got the arms without the hand, so you can actually pose the hand at the angle you want. Plus here he's got a tool, looks like maybe a screwdriver in his hand. And then we've got some faces again. And yet the camera's now suddenly realised it's a face and picked up on it. Put the focus on these eyes. And again, good detail around the ears. He's got quite a striking haircut, this guy. Can you see that? It's parting. They've done that well, haven't they? That's very nicely moulded. Almost looks like a rock star, you know. If we go around the back, because I think it's worth seeing at this angle as well. The hair again. I'll move my gloves causes a bit of an exposure issue. Look at that, and the way the hair's done. He looks like JFK. That sort of haircut, you know. Brill cream boy sort of thing. See it? That's really nice, isn't it? And then underneath we have another one that's going to be wearing a cap, so we don't get the full brill cream boy effect on this one, unfortunately. But still a nice face. And camera's not. Oh yes, it has now noticed. I was just going to say it's struggling, but it's now picked up on it being a face. Isn't that good? It's got expression in the face as well. They're really nice. You know, you got the hand here. It's pointing. That's just superb. They really are. And then there's another baseball cap. I mean, this baseball cap's particularly good where my fingers are. Let's just move the fingers out of the way. Can you see the grooving effect, the design in the hat? There's some wonderful detailing there. You see it? Grooves in it. Absolutely brilliant. Those are absolutely stunning, I think. Those are very, very nice indeed. I mean, they're not particularly animated figures, but the detail on them is just out of this world, really. It really is. The only thing that... oh yeah, it's alright. I was just going to say the only thing is it doesn't look like the ones on the cover. I'm looking at the paint stand, which is for a different set, technically. Although it still applies to this. Ignore it. They're as good a figures as you'll see anywhere, you know. I mean, that chap with his hair parting. I should be so lucky. But I used to have my hair like that when I was a youngster. He's got hair parting and details in his ears. So fine. Really realistic, you know. That's beautiful. Beautiful. So, there's no flash to speak of. I think it's going to be another. I feel like I'm giving ICM incredible ratings at the moment, and people say, because you're getting them for no charge. Nothing to do with that. You know, turn down the sound if you don't believe me and just look with your eyes. It's a feast, isn't it, really? They're doing some of the nicest figures around. So these are brand new. It's a brand new set, new tool. It's come out. They're knocking it out of the park, aren't they, these guys? Doing a great job. Especially when you consider all the difficulties that they're under, you know, as a country. Some of the nicest kits out there right now, to be honest. So, where am I at? What didn't I like? Just that instructions thing, really. So I'm going to give it 9.5 out of 10. A fantastic rating, and figures are hard to do well for manufacturers, I think. Which is why only a handful do them really, really well. Normally it's the likes of Tamiya and Dragon and people like that. Those are as good as you see anywhere. Really, very impressive. Comes with a nice paint set. Obviously that's extra. I think the paint set's about just under £20, I think, thereabouts. And the helicopter ground crew, I think it's only about £12.50, £13 in the UK. Your Earth pounds, that is very little money. Very little money for some beautiful figures. So I've said this before, people go figures. No, you know, don't be put off. If it's only costing you £12, you know, you can practice on them. You know, you can just practice on them and just have a go at them. Just don't bother with the eyes if that's bothering you. Just leave that if that's a problem. Just do some darkening, you know, darker flesh tones around the eyes and leave it. Don't worry about pupils and things like that. They are so cheap as chips that they are worth buying and having in your stash, especially if you've got one of these helicopters, or you know, like the Bronco or something like that, because they'll apply these guys to the Bronco just as much as they would to the helicopters. You can use them as ground support personnel for any of those Vietnam era aircraft. So there you go. So 9.5 out of 10 from me. Absolutely brilliant work from ICM. Again, they just seem to be getting better all the time. Very, very pleased to have been able to see that. And I hope you'll give me 10 out of 10 with a thumbs up, a like. And we'll be doing some more reviewing, of course, in the very near future. If you enjoyed the video, please like, share and subscribe. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. Plenty more of these interesting ones coming out soon. In the meantime, thank you very much for your time watching. Hope you stay well and stay safe. Until next time, thanks a lot, and bye for now.